Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Hey, we had BKFC 51 go down on Friday, September 29th. Came to us live from Salem, Virginia. And it was an intense night of action, actually. It was a really, really good card. Uh, Another beautiful performance by the world's leading bare knuckle promotion in BKFC. Now, I just want to touch on both the main event and the co-main because those two really stuck out to me. Um, just bloody battles during both of them. And we had, of course, in the main event, Britain Hart. She was defending her strawweight strap against Melanie Shah. And in the co-main, we had Dustin Pague taking on Joe Elmore as he returned to the squared circle in just over a year's time. So we had an awesome night of fights, violence throughout. So let's just go over those two fights and talk a little bit about them here. So as mentioned, top of the card, headlining BKFC 51, we had Britain Hart taking on Melanie Shah. Now, this one was I thought it was an incredible performance by the champ. Now, she went out there, did exactly what she was supposed to do, right? She was the big favorite here. I thought Hart had an awesome start to the fight. She cut and pummeled Shaw early on in the first. Now, Melanie did show some success in the second here, using some good range. That was probably her best round. But of course, the champ came back in the third. The third round, I really, really enjoyed watching Britain Hart just go out there and do her fucking thing because she was really mixing it up with every shot there. Um, and I mean, look, Shaw didn't have a bad performance here. That was obvious. Incredible heart showing. No one would believe that she would have lasted 5 rounds. Britain executed, in my mind, a damn near perfect game plan here. And of course, she gets the unanimous decision victory. In the end, retains her strap. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Melanie Shaw and the absolute warrior mentality that she showed. And I mean, it's stuff that gets thrown around a lot, but this woman had her teeth knocked out, um, her mouth. I'll try and find a picture in the post fight presser. She came out, talked to the media. She was an absolute fucking mess. I mean, she reminded me of the Joker almost. The way it looked like her mouth was split here, missing teeth. And she had zero fucking complaints. You know what? She said she was happy. Essentially accomplished her goal in finishing the fight, not getting finished, not quitting. It was kind of like a moral victory for her, even though she didn't actually win the fight overall. Just shows you her mentality, and I cannot wait to see her back inside that squared circle. Obviously, not against Britain Hart again because she's just not there yet. I'm not saying that she can't make it there because she's still early in her career, but she's shown one thing that no instructor, no coaches, no nothing can fucking teach, and that's dog. Melanie Shaw has the dog in her, and that's just a perfect base for the formula that you need in bare knuckle boxing. Now, of course, Britain Hart, wow, another really good performance there. I don't really know what to even say about her anymore because she's realistically has nobody left to fight, right? Um, and that's through no fault of her own. I mean, she's just ripping through the competition, and this women's division in bare knuckle is still growing and still adding talent there, and that talent that's coming in is not at the level that Britain's at because obviously she's been around a long time in the bare knuckle game. Now, she's supposed to have a fight booked in Thailand, I believe it is, in their Thailand card in November. I can't remember her opponent at the moment here, but we'll see if that goes through or what. She looked amazing for just fighting 5 rounds of bare knuckle. I mean, she looked barely touched in the face. The worst part of her, from what I could tell, looked like her right hand. Her knuckles were looking pretty fucking tender there. Hopefully nothing's broken, but we'll see. Now, just adding to what's next for Britain as well. I mean, if for some reason she doesn't make it to the Thailand card, we've got what's her name? Taylor Starling, I believe, is her name. Um, she came out in an interview, or maybe it was during the broadcast yesterday, um, just recently anyway, saying that she's dropping down to 115, and she wants to challenge for that strap. So there's another option. I mean, they're very limited right now, so we'll see what BKFC and Britain Hart can come up with here. And for now, though, hopefully she gets some rest, rests that hand up, and maybe we'll see her in November. Now, the other scrap I wanted to touch on here from BKFC 51 was the co-main. We had Dustin Pague as he was taking on Joe Elmore. This one was at welterweight. Overall, I thought it was absolutely fantastic movement from Dustin Pague as he was making Elmore miss continuously. The other thing I noticed about Pague was his speed, and that was on full display last night here in Salem, Virginia. Realistically, he was just a step ahead of Elmore throughout the scrap here. It's not that Elmore looked bad per se. I would never put that in his performance in that category. But you do have to wonder if the long layoff played a little bit of a factor. I mean, that's a long time to be outside of the squared circle and then to come in and face a killer like Dustin Pague. In the end, Dustin takes the unanimous decision. I would absolutely love to see this one play out again, maybe a little bit down the line. If we could get a rematch here, I mean, that was by far, for me, fight of the night. There was no question. Now, what's next for Peg? Well, he's talking fighting Gogo, getting the title shot, taking on Gogo. This makes sense at this point. I mean, it makes sense, and it's something that I would absolutely 100% be behind. It would be an incredible fight, bloody fucking battle. I can just picture it already. I mean, two dogs going at it in the middle of the squared circle, and see who comes out and gets that gold. Hopefully, that's something that BKFC can make happen, because I mean, it just has excitement written all over it, just as the co-main did at 51 with Dustin Pague and Joe Elmore. Now, Feldman was not at the post-fight presser. I don't believe he was actually even at the event. He had a prior commitment, apparently. So we didn't know immediately who was getting bonuses or anything, but I sure the fuck hope those two get a little something extra for that war that they put on. So there you have it. That was the co-main and the main event from BKFC 51. Now, normally I do like to talk about basically the entire main card and go through fight by fight. Unfortunately, I was working during the event, so I just didn't have time. It is what it is. I mean, I like to give everybody on the card at least a little bit of fucking spotlight, because it takes somebody special to step inside that squared circle. So nothing on purpose, just short on time once again this week. But hopefully the next event I'll be able to run down the entire main card and talk about it a little bit more in depth there. But hey, BKFC 51, Salem, Virginia, Britain Hart, amazing performance. Melanie Shah showed that she's made of 100% fucking dog. And of course, Dustin Pague and Joe Elmore delivered just as everybody hoped. So fantastic shit from the squared circle there in Virginia. And looking forward to the next one. I don't know exactly what's up next. I I know they've announced some events, but I'll have to look into that a little bit more. I don't believe there's one next week, so I think we have a week off. So it'll give me time to maybe catch up on some of these events and see what's coming up, because I know it's going to be a fucking stellar end to the year. And they've also have, from what I understand from rumblings, they also have a pay-per-view in their back pocket for somewhere near the end of the year, late November, sometime in December possibly. Nothing confirmed, of course, but that's just the rumors flying around. Anyway, thanks for joining me here today on Quick Rip, the Bowls, Beers, and Brawls channel. If you're on Twitter or X, whatever it's called these days, hit me up. Just search Bowls, Beers, Brawls. I'll be the first one to pop up. Also on Instagram and Facebook, of course. So hit me up on the socials. I'll hit you back. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.
I think the trick that fumbled over the train.